What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the TRCBY show. Today we have another Overhit video, and they just came out with another new Spacetime Rift challenge. And let's go ahead and take a look at that new challenge. And today we are starting off with a Fenrir. Anyways, it's a dog type demon that is an Earth base monster. So the raid boss is Earth base, and as you can see, they gave this recommendation. Yeah, it would be extremely awesome if I had all of those maxed out, but I don't. So we are going to work with what we have. I built a pre-made dark and or a fire team, but we're going to try out a dark team just to see how that goes right now in terms of a challenge. So I thought this little intro was actually pretty cool. So there he is, and yeah, here we go. So typically I will always start off with getting my defense up as well too with Yggdrasil here. And once we do that, we're going to take a look at what this guy does. I believe he does stun and is also weak towards bleed and what is it, burn as well too. So fire type works well with this boss, of course, just because of the elemental of being earth. So I don't have anybody that is like a really strong fire team, so I'm still using Tessie over here, but she's pumping out a lot of damage. So this is a level 1, and there's 2 other people who are attacking this boss as well too. So level 1 seems like very doable. We're able to do it. The stun is pretty annoying as heck. It's very similar to the Cleel's freeze as well too, but yeah, so this is his effect right here. Feel free to pause it. Let's see, it's got a lot of pretty cool stuff going on for it. So deals additional fixed damage to all non-fire type enemy. That sucks. So anything that I use that's not fire, he will do additional damage. So let's see, character inflicted with bleed, temporarily receive an additional attack reduction. Character inflicted with burn, receive additional damage reduction. And yeah, so if Fenrir receives both bleed and burn, he's temporarily stunned, but then right after that he becomes stun immunity pops up for him. So, and then yeah, gets burn immunity and bleed immunity when he kills one of my guys. I've also noticed that like right here, Damien is pretty low on HP, and the only way that I'm able to heal him is just by like regular healers, but I can't seem to do that like drain on him to make it work, but I'm not really sure why. So I'll try to take a look at that, see what that's all about. Oh yeah, there it is, block healing. Didn't see that before, so that actually sucks. So it seems like the only way that I could heal is I don't know, once that takes off. So that is something that I actually just noticed now, because I didn't get a chance to really look through it. So blocking heal is a pretty long cooldown, and I'm thinking Hots actually kind of like works, but let's no, I guess he died, so I didn't get a chance to take a look at that. But anyways, came in second, so that's not too bad. We're going to run through a few more of these with a little bit of a different setup, just to show you guys how that is done. So we did pretty good in terms of damage. So yeah, all the gears is pretty crap, but what we want is these chaos equipment shards, and for that, again, that is just to get us some chaos gear, and of course these awakening Spacetime Raid tickets. We need 100 of those just to participate in it. As you can see, I didn't get a chance to burn all of my Cleo just because I was a bit busy with work and whatnot, so I didn't get a chance to do that. That's kind of a bummer, because I was pretty close to like what, 17, and I probably could have gotten 18 more runs, which is 18 more of those chaos shards, which is really useful. So there's a level 3 out there. I don't think I am kind of ready for that in terms of gear wise and just character. I don't think I have anybody that will do any significant damage. So this guy is just at 67,000. Just gonna probably pop him with one shot from Ash right here. So yeah, that's not too bad. 72,000. But the thing is, Teze still does a boatload more damage being a non-fire. So again, I don't have anybody that is a really strong fire base, which is kind of a shame because I would like to really hit this guy really hard. But yeah, there's only 17 more minutes on this raid for this level 3. I don't think they'll be able to do it. But I think we are just going to create our own raid because yeah, that's not going to work. So let's try a level 2. I think a level 2 will be pretty good. Make sure it's open to public, other people can join, and we'll see what we get. So we're going to test out this fire team. I know right off the bat I will get less damage dealt towards me, but at the same token I'm not going to be able to pump out as much damage as my dart team per se, just because my dart team, Teze is just an amazing unit, does like literally well in almost every situation. It's extremely versatile. It could go against its own affinity, I guess if you want to call it, elemental, but it works well almost like anywhere, and that's one of the reasons why I stated before, if you don't have her, make sure you do. Like, try your best to farm, trade soul crystals, go to the shop, do like hero synthesis as I've shown in some of my other videos. So do that, try to get her up as much as you can. I know there is a gacha event right now where you could spend 500 crystals to get fire type units. I don't have enough crystals to really wail on that, but if you do, yeah, best of luck to you. Hopefully you'll get really good copies of units that you already have that just needs a little bit more just to cap out. I'm pretty sure that would be amazing for this particular Spacetime Raid boss, but these are the guys that I have. They're only like 55 or so, or 50. So the only one that's like a level 65 is Ash, and that's like your starter unit, but he is still good, no doubt. He puts a lot, pumps out a lot of damage, but not as much damage again as a Teze for a single attacker, but he does alright in terms of you know, doing some damage, being one of your very first characters that they give you for free. They give you a lot of Ash throughout these special, I guess, missions. They'll give them a lot of soul shards and whatnot, so extra copies as well too. So I've got, and then like a good amount of copies of Ash, so I just kept them around because I don't know if they're going to be upping the level cap for these SSRs. I don't know, maybe it's a possibility. So I haven't traded in any of my duplicate SSR yet, just because I am kind of hesitant, because I don't really know what they have planned for the future, for future patches. That would be great if they did, because I do have a lot of these copies, so I'll be starting off pretty good if they end up raising the level cap, but I'm not really sure if they are just yet, or when, or if. So this is global. This is much different than from what I've seen, like the Asian servers or the other versions. So again, this is for Overhit Global, and right now we have a Spacetime Rift for Fenrir. Fenrir I don't know, I think the other name is like Fenris from other games and whatnot, but like yeah, he's a dog type, but that is this particular character. So the time's ticking out. I am not doing as much damage as I would like, not nearly as much damage as I did before with my Dart team, so we are just kind of stun locked at the moment in these final seconds here, and Ash just went down, so we're doing close to about 800 and some change, like 853 or something like that. Let's see, yeah, 852. So that is 852 on a fire team that I have right now. So it's not the strongest, and I like to try to do it again, maybe with my Dart team. So as you know, I got Gleck and Damien, but Eisen is pretty crap right now because I only have one copy. He'll probably go down fairly quickly, but we're going to I guess do a comparison. So if we could last, I guess, long enough to pump out as much damage as we can within this 5 minutes. So again, we're going to start off with a little defense boost along with our heal over time with Yggdrasil. So that is one of my moves that I like to do when I'm doing a PvE, just so that way, like now I get hit, I don't have to worry about trying to heal right off the bat when they do a massive AoE, and it lasts for 60 seconds. So Yggdrasil is pretty good. If you don't have them, I highly suggest that you try to also invest in them. So again, like Teze is just Redonkulma, dude. Just gear up and you have, like, that's pretty good. 130,000 damage, and it's not even a fire type. I think Ash is maxed out and he was doing only like 70 or 80,000. So that is that's something that you may want to consider. So there goes Damien, he's down, and we're gonna get another defense boost up here, and then we're gonna just go right into a rotation of Teze over here. And here we go. So for an Yggdrasil build team, I like to do the, what is that, the damage immunity, and then it'll lower the count straight down for my heal over time along with my defense boosts. So you'll see that right now. So I am using Gleck's defense buff as well too. So once he does that, he also gets a reduction in damage taken as well too. So we're going to do that damage immunity, which will pop down my heal over time for my next one, and then we'll jump into Teze's attack. So that is essentially my rotation. I like to try to get as much, I guess, what is the word I'm trying to say, like seconds in. So I guess dead DPS is no DPS, so I want to try to stay alive as much as I can instead of burning it and doing as much damage as I can in like a minute, rather than trying to draw it out as much as possible. So I believe from the first one with our fire team we did around 830 something, 832. So let's take a look at our second attempt in a little bit once we run the clock down or get KO'd here, and see how much we are able to get out in terms of damage versus our fire team. So a Dart team that is, or could be, a little bit better. Eisen's pretty low, but everybody of course takes additional damage here just because they are non-fire type, as you saw from the other buff, or I guess the enemy's effect buff. So we are trying to maybe squeeze out one more damage before Teze goes down, but I'm running out of, I guess, time as well too, so that is not too bad. So I did the longer animation one just so I could get another tick on the heal while I'm doing that. So I think this is going to be the last attack, just from time and also probably HP as well too. So that's not too bad. So we essentially last like the full 5 minutes on here with our damage dealers still doing damage, and then we are frozen now for the rest of the timer. So let's take a look real quick, and once this pop up, so 1.8, that's like a whole million more than my fire team, I guess, or unless that's a cumulative, I'm not sure. If it is, then it's just a million. So I think I did still a little bit better than my just straight up fire team by about 200,000 or so. So that's still pretty big boost. So what we want, guys, is these chaos weapon, armor, and everything like that, because this is, again, this is the big boost in having extremely powerful gear. Like, these gears are like no joke strong, and I would highly suggest you guys jump right into it and try your best to farm as much as you can, as often as you can, because these gears are like way above the raid gear. It's ridiculously strong. So I think that is it for this quick video, or I guess the video could be quicker, but I hope everybody have a I guess, yeah, special holiday, and peace.